Welcome to the mother relay. We're covering today's top boxing news.
I'm coming, and I'm coming to collect all your damn belts. You ain't seen this moldy girl from the FFM Pookie Puddle. We'll stop them, and I'll show you what I'm made of.
It has begun.
It's here.
Upon Ellie Scotney winning both the IBF and WBO titles,
And the ring.
she has effectively become the woman to beat at super bantamweight, what is a very deep division, a very deep weight class with a lot of talented fighters in it.
New Zealand's own Motu is just one among them. Motu, who sports a professional record of 19 wins with no losses, no draws, 7 knockouts.
What do I think about this call-out? I think that if Ellie Scotney had it her way, she'd go straight into another unification match with another champion. The problem is that one champion is already spoken for, already has a fight officially announced, and another
May soon have a fight announced.
We know that Mexico's own two-division champion, Erica Cruz, will be in action very soon, south of the border, in defense of her WBA title against her mandatory challenger, Nazarena Romero. She's spoken for the time being. Ellie can't fight her.
No, not right now. She's busy.
Rumor has it, the only other champion at this weight, WBC champion and the longest reigning champion of all the super bantamweight champions, Mexico's own Yemi Mercado. She just successfully defended her WBC title a little over a week ago, and now she may be going into a fight with Ramla Ali. That's the rumor that I heard. And the fight may land on the undercard of Bam Rodriguez versus Gallo Estrada.
That's saying that there are no champions available at this time for Ellie to unify with. Not right now. So what does she do while she waits?
Does she answer the call? Does she fight?
Fight!
Motu.
What does she do?
New Zealand's own hard-punching, unbeaten Motu, who debuted as a professional in late 2020. She debuted as a pro in October of 2020.
She's managed to fight 19 times since debuting as a pro. Think about that. 19 times since late 2020, practically 2021.
It's actually very good. Very good for a fighter's development to have been that active in that amount of time. She fought 3 times last year, and she's already seen action at least once this year. Last month,
Scored a second-round TKO stoppage.
called out Ellie Scotney immediately afterwards.
We know why.
Ellie Scotney's the only unified champion at this weight, and this division's Ring Magazine champion, as well as being with a major promotional outfit and fighting on a major platform that operates in several countries around the world that easily paints the biggest target on her back, because that makes her the most identifiable champion that provides the biggest reward.
The best money.
What's interesting is Ellie Scotney and Motu debuted the same year, in the same month, but Motu
busier.
has been a lot more active, has at least 10 more fights than Ellie does. But Ellie, in turn, has faced far better competition than Motu has.
Quality over quantity. What do you like?
The caliber of fighters that Ellie's been fighting, or the frequency of Motu's fights and Motu's power. Motu, who is best described
As a mid-range to inside combination puncher and a very strong one, a spirited one. She really steps into her punches and commits to them.
believes in her power.
Her strength.
Spirited. I like that about her. I like that she's confident and spirited and outspoken and really seems to enjoy what she does. Her personality resonates in how she fights.
It comes through, comes across.
She's a slugger, hailing from New Zealand of Maori descent. We know how tough Maori fighters can be. Granite chins, very strong. She quite literally has a lot more rounds in the bank than Ellie Scotney does, in spite of Ellie having faced better fighters than any of the fighters that Motu has fought so far. Mia still has all of those developmental fights, and there's value in those developmental fights because you get the chance to get out there often, work things out, find your groove, improve on what you're good at.
Sharpen things.
Level of competition that Motu has been facing has been largely domestic and in some instances pedestrian, but she's got a lot of rounds in the bank, a lot of rounds.
She's knocked some girls out, 7 of them.
Went the distance several times, has fought in 10-rounders. So there is still good development there and good experience in spite of having not faced very experienced fighters or the best fighters around. These are still good learning experiences for Motu. Now, I'm not suggesting that Ellie Scotney's going to fight her next, but at some point, if Mia keeps this up, she might have to.
Motu is definitely one to watch out for.
What could be a very entertaining fight. Men's lightweight and super lightweight news. One of the peculiarities in association with Ryan Garcia's anti-doping fiasco is that his old buddy Javante Davis has decided to go up to bat for him. Defend him!
What?
Javante said the whole boxing world is straight dick suckers, and every boxer on my timeline that's claiming Ryan cheated, the fuck does he have to cheat for? We fought and nothing came back positive. He fights on the side of DAZN with the promoter, clearly wants his fighter to win, and got put. Eddie knows for doing dirty shit.
He's blaming Eddie Hearn for Ryan's positive test. That wasn't Eddie Hearn's show.
Eddie Hearn wasn't in charge of anything in association with that show. That was a Golden Boy Promotions show, and the ones overseeing the show in its entirety and what was going on were Golden Boy, not Matchroom, not Eddie.
So what he's saying is Eddie Hearn somehow sabotaged Ryan's anti-doping test.
It's what he's alluding to, that he would sooner believe that Eddie Hearn somehow tampered with Ryan's test samples than Ryan is just a dirty fighter and he got caught.
Yeah, that's weird.
Javante continued, they're doing anything to take away the win from Ryan. If that's the case, ban Eddie Hearn's silver spoon ass.
It's rich that people think Eddie Hearn has it like that with Vada. Weren't Vada the ones who busted his fighter, Conor Benn?
Yes, they were.
So if Eddie Hearn had it like that with the people at Vada, would he not have suppressed that result from coming out?
One would think if what you're implying is that Eddie Hearn holds so much weight and has so much juice with Vada that he can temper with test results,
Ryan's?
then why wouldn't he have suppressed Connor's and saved his fighter all that trouble? Just saying, doesn't make sense. He's got enough juice to temper with test results, but not enough juice to suppress them.
You know what else doesn't make sense?
What?
Where Javante Davis is now asserting Ryan Garcia's innocence, a year ago, before they fought, it was Javante Davis saying that he was juicing. It was Javante Davis saying that he was using.
I think Ryan made a mistake saying he don't want to do a tune-up, he want to go straight to the fight with you.
I think a couple reasons. I think that it could be him juicing, and you know when you juice, they we have off cycles and on cycles. I think that's why I was pushing for the Vada. Out of that, or
That video comes to us by way of Fight Hub TV approximately a year ago, from before Javante actually fought Ryan. He said in plain English, he thinks the guy's juicing. He thinks he's cycling on and cycling off, and that's why he didn't want to take a tune-up ahead of their fight. So how do you go from saying that to now saying that Ryan is innocent?
When it looks like you got it right the first time, he is juicing. He got caught with 2 steroids in his system.
Javante said that Ryan didn't test positive for anything in their fight.
Okay, so he didn't get caught. What's your point?
He didn't test positive for anything that time, but he did test positive for something this time. I mean, nothing you're saying or insinuating negates the fact that he just tested positive for 2 steroids.
What changed Javante Davis's mind? Why is Ryan now innocent where last year he was saying he was guilty?
What could have happened between now and then? And I'll tell you what happened. What happened between now and then is Javante fought Ryan and Ryan fought Devin.
Javante beat Ryan and Ryan beat Devin.
So what? The only reason that Javante would be celebrating Ryan's victory over Devin is because he's treating it as if it's his victory over Devin. That since Javante beat Ryan and Ryan beat Devin...
Oh, it's like I beat Devin.
Except it's not. We all know that triangle theories in the sport of boxing, they don't work. Moreover, we know that the situation is now more sorted because there are banned substances involved. Along with Ryan deliberately blowing the weight and admitting to it, there are now steroids to think about, steroids to account for.
You don't need to be a rocket scientist to know that, or a chemist.
As this really pertains more to chemistry than rocketry, though for implying that Eddie Hearn might have had anything to do with Ryan's positive anti-doping tests, him and Javante Davis got into it via social media.
And you know how it is with Javante Davis. He'll say something, and then he'll delete the comment.
He posted a screenshot of a back-and-forth exchange between himself and Eddie Hearn via their direct messages, and then he deleted it. But why delete it? Why not stand on business? Why not stand on your word?
Why is he always doing that? What is he, a little kid?
He's about the same height as one. He's almost 30 years old doing this stuff.
Javante Davis obviously come out with some comments as well. I just wanted you to make...
Blame me. Yeah, I mean, he blamed me, really. I mean, the guy's an idiot, to be honest. I've already messaged him. What sort of... I mean, do you know one thing about Javante Davis? I mean, he really talks some shit, you know that. But why'd you delete your tweets?
Because he's a fucking coward, Eddie.
I don't romanticize boxers for the simple fact that they're boxers. They're still people, and people in a very general sense are shitty.
He's a shitty little guy that comes from a shitty part of the country, a shitty state, a shitty city.
I don't think Javante Davis or anybody like him has any redeemable qualities. He's a coward.
Can you not stand by what you say?
No, he's a fucking coward.
So you want to come out and you say, yeah, Eddie Hearn's a dirty guy for doing this. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is what he resorts to.
Guys, honestly. And then deletes it. What are you, like... So anyway, I'm really sorry, but I'm really not involved in collecting Ryan Garcia's bloods and urine samples. And again, I'm not coming out on this interview saying, Ryan Garcia's a cheat, he should be banned from boxing forever. I'm saying, having been through that process before...
And he has. With Dillian White, with Conor Benn, he has unique insights into what the fighter has to do now to prove they're innocent.
You're going to have to go through a horrible process now to try and prove your innocence. And you know what? If you are innocent...
He's not.
As I've seen before, sometimes people will never believe you.
Nope.
But what you can't do is just go on Instagram and go, hey, and joke about it and say, this is a joke.
Well, that's the thing. Anti-doping testing and the penalties associated with it for those who get caught, it is a joke. It is a joke in the sport of boxing.
That's why Ryan is so blasé about it.
Everyone's against me. Guys, come on. Go through the process now. And you have to try and unearth, and it's very difficult to do because I've been there before. So, I'm sorry to Javante Davis. No, I wasn't involved in collecting Ryan Garcia's blood samples and sending them to VADA. But what I will say is that the commission are very thorough in New York State, and they will do a good job to do this. So I'm confident that there will be a full hearing. Wasn't my show.
That's what I said. That was not a Matchroom show. That was a Golden Boy promotion show. Eddie Hearn wasn't pulling the strings on that thing.
I didn't contract with VADA. So really, I'm just here really as someone who's involved with Devin Haney's career. And
they don't like the turnaround. The people that support Ryan and some of the people that support Javante, what they don't like is they were just celebrating Devin losing the way that he lost for the first time, and this kills it for them.
It taints the victory, and they know that it taints the victory.
So they're just grasping at straws now, latching on to anything and everything they can say, blaming anyone.
Anyone but Ryan.
If the guy has come in 3.5 pound over, which we know he did, if the guy has taken performance-enhancing drugs, and we know they're in his system, then it should be an immediate no contest, and Devin Haney should be undefeated.
That might be the case because the New York State Athletic Commission is a more stringent commission than, say, the Michigan Unarmed Combat Commission that handled Baumgartner versus Leonard Datu.
That commission never actually took any action against Baumgartner, whereas the New York State Athletic Commission, unless Ryan can prove that he's innocent,
they're going to overturn that decision.
Because that ain't fair. But give him his chance. But he's going to have to, I've had 2 years of this, questions every day. So Oscar De La Hoya's turn now.
Oscar, who was standing on his soapbox yesterday about Canelo Alvarez's anti-doping tests.
Talk about Ryan's.
Let's see if he can have the same substance and back his fighter in these times as well. And I wish everybody the best of luck. May the truth set you free.
Is there any way for Ryan Garcia to prove that he is innocent? Former unified super featherweight champion Michaela Mayer said, If Garcia did take a contaminated substance, he will be able to prove that by providing the supplement bottle he used. The levels of asterin found will also help prove if it was contamination, unlike Bum Bum, who had to prove nothing despite her levels being through the fucking roof.
Will that work?
Well, Ryan might encounter some bumps in the road going that route. You see, the supplement company that he's saying he got the supplements from, they're saying they don't put any asterin into their ashwagandha.
Right.
What you normally have to do in this situation is try and retrace your steps, remember anything you were taking at the time, where the asterin might have come from, to locate what it was that was cross-contaminated. And if you can't do that,
You're fucked.
Eddie Hearn has revealed that Devin Haney wants the Garcia loss to be changed to a no contest to restore his undefeated record. I spoke to Devin last night. He's absolutely furious. The guy came in 3 pounds overweight and had PEDs in his system. He will want an immediate no contest, regardless of Ryan's innocence or guilt. He had PEDs in his system when he fought Devin and came in 3 pounds overweight. If you're Devin, you're thinking, fuck me, I've been screwed. Devin's father and trainer Bill Haney on Ryan Garcia's positive drug test says, you're trying to hurt my baby. We played it fair. Fuck boxing. This is some bullshit. I came from the streets. You're scared of Devin on a level playing field. I feel fucked up over this.
What I really haven't had the chance to address, not in full,
is that a lot of the people that are arguing in Ryan's favor, and some that are really just arguing in Javante's, they're relishing the opportunity, or they were, to stick it to the Haneys, to stick it to Bill, to stick it to Devin.
that's a part of it.
They were having so much fun the last 2 weeks talking about how Devin got his ass kicked. And then this comes out, and it ruins a party for them. Former champion Ishai Smith said it best, people want Haney to lose so bad, they will convince themselves that Ryan didn't cheat, even though there have been 2 failed tests and, potentially, 2 banned substances. Both are steroids.
Javante Davis, for example. He wanted Devin Haney to lose so bad without having to fight him. He wanted him to lose so bad that he's willing to go up there and assert Ryan Garcia's innocence, where last year you were the one saying he was juicing.
What, now he isn't? Now it's Eddie Hearn's fault that he's got both asterin and nandrolone in his system. I mean, you already got a piece of it, a first look at it, when Ryan Garcia quite deliberately blew the weight, admitted it was on purpose,
Said Floyd told him to do it.
and these guys just glossed over it like it had no bearing or it doesn't matter. That one guy had to work to get down to 140 and the other guy didn't, and he never intended to, as if that has no effect on a fight. Now they're trying to convince you that steroids, 2 of them, have no effect on a fight.
They'll say anything.
Which is fine for them. I don't expect those kinds of people to have any redeemable qualities. The disconnect is they try to impose these views on me and you.
They don't want me and you talking about it.
But we are. We'll talk more about it in another video.